Brad Jennings' civil lawsuit continues into its fifth day. Thanks for joining us for Colorton News at midday. I'm Lauren BARNAS. Brad Jennings spent 9 years in prison for his wife's death. That is, until a judge turned over his conviction in 2018. Jennings is now suing Highway Patrol Sergeant Dan Nash, claiming he suppressed evidence that would have prevented him from ever going to prison. Colorton's Bailey Strohl has been in the courtroom following this case from the beginning and joins us now live. Bailey.
Yeah, the plaintiffs in this trial are not done yet, still calling witnesses, the first of the day being Brad Jennings himself taking the stand and giving emotional testimony about finding his wife Lisa dead, as well as everything he missed out on while he was in prison. He even started crying multiple times just while talking about how he has suffered through this entire process. Now, the last question being asked by Jennings' attorney Liz Ramsey this morning was, would you rather have $10 million or have those 8.5 years you spent in prison back? To which he answered he would rather have those years of his life back. Now, the state's cross-examination is still going on in the courtroom as we speak. A little earlier, the state played for the court the 911 call Brad placed just after finding Lisa's body, where he says she's wounded because she did something to herself. A couple of things that's being disputed by both sides is the state of Brad and Lisa's marriage and whether or not Brad thought she was having an affair just a few days before she died, as well as whether or not the robe that Brad was wearing that night had been moved between then and the 3 months later when it was taken as evidence and a gunshot residue test was done on it. Now, after Brad Jennings is done on the stand today, the state is expected to start calling its witnesses finally in this trial, with Sergeant Nash himself expected to take the stand, as well as other investigators in this case, as well as the former prosecutor during Brad Jennings' murder trial. Reporting in Springfield, Bailey Strohl, Ozarks First.